Hi, welcome to Garden Today, and today we're going to try to water this again on my corn crop. It's looking really good. The problem I had when I irrigated, I just used this one hose. It's one of the thinner hoses. I think it's the only ones I got today. And what was happening is it would water pretty good up to about, on all the rows, up to about right here. And then that stuff down there wasn't really getting hardly any water. And so that was all wet down there. So what we're going to do, there's a slight, the land's moving this way, it's also moving that way, but that's beside the point. But there's a slight hump in the middle. But trying to push it, this is kind of low. And what I'm trying to do is I'm going to run the water up over here. And then I will use okay, there it is. I turn these on, they don't work. I'm going to try to use, I'm going to use this gauge here. Is that any bigger? Yeah, yeah, I think that's slightly bigger. I think that's 3/8 and this is 1/2 inch. I would like to even have a 3/4. I wish it was thicker than that. But I'm going to use this gauge here. I'm going to turn one of them off, which is this in here. The rest I'm going to turn on. Run these 3 all at one time, and I'll probably let me see. I can mark it. One in the middle, one in the middle. We're going to run here, one there, one here, one there, one there. I think it'll work. I've got another one I might go get, but I got 3 of them, I know. And probably put that one in the middle. I don't like that one. And see if I can't push it further down. That area down there is watered, so if I can get the other part down, it's doing good. So we're going to hook that up, and then I'll kind of show you what it looks like afterwards. Now you may ask, would a drip tape or drip irrigation work better? Oh yeah. One knock on these sucker hoses, they just don't water evenly. That's a known defect in them. You ask why do people use them? They're simpler as far as I can. I bought these 3. It's going to cost me around $60. Well, a little bit less than $60. And I put these 3 out, and I've got it. They'll last me about a year, and I can move them around, so they're portable. But honestly, I really kind of wish now that I'd spent the time. I've got a drip system in the house, which doesn't do you a whole lot of good. So I've got one. So I don't have the excuse, well, I just didn't buy one. I've got one, it's got the gauge on it, got everything to it. It used drip tubing, but I can switch that to drip tape really easy because drip tubing only goes about 30 feet and this is longer than 30 feet. So I go to drip tape. They make two different types. One is kind of more of a yearly one and one that lasts longer, but the one that lasts longer is also more of a pain to put up with. And really, it does best whenever you're doing the drip tape to go ahead and bury it and then come back and plant on top of it, and that way it's in the soil. But I do think that a drip irrigation would be great right now, but I don't have it. And this is just an easier way of doing it. So let me get this set up and I'll show you what it looks like here in a bit. Okay, one thing I also want to show you on these 2 hoses is this is one that didn't work very well. It does have this deal there, right? And it really serves as a regulator. That way too much water can't run down through it. So if you're in a high pressure area, that would be really good. These other ones don't have that. Also, I probably got 75. I probably got close to 350 foot hose coming out of this thing, 400 foot hose. So I'm going to lose a lot of pressure that way too. Plus I'm uphill from the pump. So I'll probably turn this thing all the way on with I'm going to go ahead, I think, and try to get 4 of them set up so I can put 4 rows out there, and we'll see how this works. But I just wanted to point that out, that this one does have that regulator on it. I'll leave it on there because it's got the smaller diameter hose, so it is another thing. It's just not wanting to blow. If you blow it out, of course, then you've ruined the hose. So you don't want to put too much pressure on them. But again, I think with all the, I'm going to have 4 of these running. plus the distance. The longer you run your hose, the less pressure you have. That's just it's true on anything when you start shoving. And if you go uphill, it even makes it a little bit worse. But it's not very far uphill. It's just a few feet. But probably about 5 foot, I would guess, in my judgment. But anyway, just showing what that is, and I'll be back when we get set up. Okay, got our southern engineered here. Just showing it, we just turned the water on. Did you turn it on all the way?
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed is putting out a lot of water out here, not as much down there, but that down here has more water. The other thing that's kind of bothering me, I mean, this is even putting out water here. This is putting out, water. You can look down the road here, and you're seeing some water coming out. My problem is this line here. I know water's coming out right here, but if you'll notice, they ain't near the water coming out there it is on the other ones. So what we're going to do, now another thing is the corn has got some earworms, some bugs in it. Then we'll get right down in the middle there. Sometimes you can go there and find it out. You can get that little sprayer, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Sugar sprayer. And we'll put some spinosad and just go hit every one of these, just a squirt in the center. So we can take care of those. So they'll, spinosad will work better. This right here, they're hitting really hard. That moth came in here, started laid a lot of eggs right in here. So we'll take care of that. Let's see what's, that water's running down it pretty good. I get to put this back on. I could, but I had to walk down there and do it. Now I sit here and get all wet, and then I probably decided this was a smart thing to do. So I know the water's coming out. So there's not much we can do. We'll just see how it goes, Now what'll probably happen, I want to let these things run for a couple hours at least. I know last time we let the water run longer than that because I went to bed and then about 11 o'clock thought about it. And I've been in bed, I went to bed about 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock I meant to turn it off. And laying in bed, trying to get to sleep, and all of a sudden it popped in my head. Didn't turn off the water. So when I get back, we'll take care of that problem. And anyway, thanks for watching. Hey, I think the corn's looking good. So I know that was one time an old preacher. I'm going to start telling a story. And we laughed because we was watching him on TV, this little false prophet guy. And he got up there and said, I'm anointed. If you don't believe me, I'm anointed. Ask me, I'll tell you. So I kind of thought about that when I said, yeah, the corn looks good, I think. But that's not the way anointing works. You're not supposed to, you don't have to tell somebody you're anointed. You either are or you aren't. So, but he wasn't. But anyway, we won't go into that. But we can see how it looks. I'll try to bring you out here tomorrow, and if we get a chance, and kind of show you how, I'm more concerned about that end of the garden than I am this end, because that end did not get watered as good. And I'm going to water this, try to water this really good. I could almost let it run overnight at this stage. But we'll see. I may run it and then come back. One thing that does concern me is the mole crickets. But hopefully they'll run up and down the middle. I don't know. They hurt, and as big as they are now, I think they can handle the mole crickets now. It's when it's small, it's when they're gonna have a hard time with those mole crickets. But and I did poison some earlier. I did not poison when I planted the crop. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.